Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, and it feels good to be back, man. It feels good to make videos again. I've been rejuvenated. My work schedule has cleared up. I'm loving Ultimate Team. I haven't loved Ultimate Team like this in a while. I don't know what it is. Part of it's probably because who I pack pulled today, which you guys will see later, but it's just been a long time, man. As the song goes, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to, step to, step to, wicka step to. Okay, none of that. No more dropping bars for the first video back before everyone dislikes it before hearing and seeing the rest of the video. Anyways, so before I get into this video, I do want to say thank you guys for being patient with me and continuing to support the channel. I see a lot of people still were supporting me on Twitter, and I cannot thank you guys enough. For those of you guys who know, my work schedule was crazy. I just did not have the time to make videos. It has cleared up a bit, and I will be holding myself accountable. You guys will be seeing regular uploads. If it's not on a daily basis, you guys will see at least a few videos per week. So stay tuned for all of that. I do want to do a trading series as well. I'm not sure how that's going to work out because I haven't traded since the price ranges, and I don't know how that's affected trading, guys. So it's going to be a learning experiment for me, and I hope it's going to help you guys out. I see a lot of people tweet out to me and say the mass bidding technique is better than ever with the price ranges. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll go from there. I want to do a combination of things. Before, my channel became a little bit stagnant. You know, it would be just the race to Division 1, race to Division 1, race to Division 1, and I would just do that series every single day, and I think that got boring for a lot of people. So I do want to mix it up. I want to do some pack opening videos. I want to do some gameplay videos, squad builders. I really want to get back to squad builders. I think a lot of you guys loved the squad builders back in FIFA 13 and FIFA 14, but I know a lot of you guys also subscribed here for trading. You know, I used to do a lot of trading over the past few years and tried to give a lot of advice out there. So with that said, I will be making some more trading videos for you guys, and if you could give me your feedback, that would be awesome. Now, in this video, what I really wanted to do, I didn't know what to do as the first video coming back, but I really wanted to show you guys the teams I've been using and having success with in Division 1. I've won the Division 1 title a few times over the past few days with the teams I've been using, and obviously it's a little bit easier to win now because there aren't as many players on Ultimate Team, I want to say. I'm not sure about that, actually, because from what it seems like, Ultimate Team is getting more popular by the day. You guys see like people like Castro are getting 14,000, 15,000 viewers, which is even more than what they had when Ultimate Team was first starting. So it's pretty crazy. So I'm not sure if it's just been a little bit easier to play in Division 1 because there's a more larger pool of players, or if I'm finally getting a little bit better at the game. Keep in mind, I struggled a lot this year on FIFA 15 until I finally found the formations that fit my gameplay style. For the past few years, I've been using the 4-2-3-1 with the left mid and right mid, and also the 4-4-2 with the two central defensive mids. But I finally found what's been working for me, and I'm going to go over the teams I've been using, the instructions I use, the formations I use, and why they've just been successful for me, and just give you guys some advice if you guys are struggling. And I know it's deep into Ultimate Team, so a lot of you guys probably have no problems playing and being successful. But for those of you guys who are struggling, these are some squads you can use. I guess this is like a mass squad builder, so it might be a long video, but these are some squads you guys can use, and a lot of them are not too expensive. Some of them are not that bad. You know, I don't have that many coins, but I've got enough to make some decent teams. So the first team you guys are going to see, I've been using this one quite a bit on Ultimate Team, to be honest with you guys. I've been using this or I shouldn't say, I'm sorry, I completely botched that sentence. That's not what I want to say. I want to say I've been using this team for the past week quite a bit, and I've been very successful with it. Now, as you guys can see right away, it's a 4-3-3 with the two central defensive mid in it, and it's a Serie A team. And it's got two legends in it, Inzaghi and Zola. And right off the bat, you're like, oh man, this team is going to be so expensive. To be honest with you guys, not really. It's not as expensive as you guys think, because Inzaghi is 191,000 coins, and he's so underrated. I don't know why I never tried him. He's just one of those legends I completely looked over because I looked at that dribbling stat and saw 76. And anytime I see a striker with low dribbling, I always tend to look away because I like strikers that are able to dribble. But man, he's just such a beast. I don't know what it is about him. He's such a beast. And you'll notice that 19 games, 31 goals. Not the best ratio in the world, but definitely pretty darn good for being a striker in this formation. Usually I score more with my left wing and right wing in this formation, but in this case, Inzaghi has been scoring most of my goals. So it's a pretty typical Serie A team, as you guys can see. I'm not going to go over the players. I will go over the instructions for you guys. In some cases, even if I use the same formation, I do have different instructions. Now, I use the 4-3-3 with the 2 central defensive mids because it's a very similar play style to the 4-2-3-1 last year. And I don't know if you guys remember, the 4-2-3-1 was very, very good. And it was one of my favorite formations. And it just plays very similar to it when you set up these instructions. You guys can see it's pretty standard. I've got my left wing here at stay forward, cut inside, and get in behind. My striker, he's at, I believe, stay central and get in behind as well. And my right wing is the same as my left wing. So it's stay forward, cut inside, and get in behind. Pretty standard. I just never want my left wing and right wing to come back on defense or to be just all over the pitch. I want him to be there to be an option if I do want to counterattack against people if they're trying to keep too much possession. So that's why I have those instructions. My central mid, there's 2 things you can do, and I do different things depending on the players I have on the team. You guys are going to see in another team, but for this one, I have them on stay forward, and my 2 central defensive mids I have at stay back while attacking. A lot of people also have their right back and left back at stay back while attacking, but I don't. And the reason why is because I like having that extra outlet pass if my opponent is pressuring me. I like to have my left back and right back as an option to pass back to maintain possession a little bit longer. So that's why I don't have them stay back while attacking. But in another team I do, and I'll explain that in a little bit. So I'm going to hop into the other team I've been using. And this one is also a 4-3-3-3, and it's a Bundesliga, La Liga hybrid, pretty standard team again. Like I said, I'm not going to go over these players. You guys have been hearing about them all year, but this one's also a very, very good team. It's nothing special. You guys have seen this quite a bit. Let me see if the instructions are different on this one, actually. It doesn't look to be. So I have that. It looks like they're the same. Yeah, these ones are the same. So this is pretty much the exact same instructions and plays very similar to the other one, except with this team, I score more with Royce and Bale. You guys can see 24 games, 23 goals, while Benzema only's got 2 goals. So you can notice that Inzaghi does make a difference because he scores most of my goals on the other team, while my wingers score most goals on this team. So moving forward to the next team I've got here, the 4-3-2-1. Now, this is a cheaper team because you can get the non-team of the year version of David Luiz, but it is a very sweaty team. It's a very, very sweaty team. So if you want to frustrate some people, man, this formation is counterattack city, especially with these guys up front, Lacazette, Lavezzi, and Lucas. Oh my goodness, it's just crazy the amount of havoc they cause. And if you really want, you can also play possession with this formation as well. This was actually my go-to formation at the start of FIFA, and then I steered away from it because here's the thing. If you lose possession with this formation, people can counterattack really, really easily because you have no one in the midfield. And you can see with my instructions, I do have my, well, this one's actually supposed to be, yeah, I do have it, stay back while attacking. So I do have my central mid to stay back while attacking, but honestly, guys, you never notice that. For some reason, they do push forward and there's just no midfield. So you get completely annihilated on the counterattack. Even though I've got Oscar, who does have a medium-high work rate, high for Matuidi, and I think medium for Matinho here. Yeah, medium. So I have a really balanced midfield, but for some reason, I do get counterattacked quite a bit. But I think I also have stay back while attacking for my left back and right back. Yeah, I do. So I do that just to avoid counterattacks as much as possible. For my left forward and right forward, I have them to, they're supposed to actually, yeah, get behind, and I have my right forward to drift wide. Now, the reason why I did that, guys, is just to give me an extra option if I want to start attacking with width. Sometimes when you have both the left forward and the right forward to cut inside and get in behind, it gets a little bit too narrow, and in some cases when you have a narrow formation, people are a lot better at stopping it, so you got to start attacking the wing. So that's why I did it with that. So a cheaper team, very, very effective, highly recommended if you don't have coins and you want to climb up divisions if you haven't yet. Let's go on to the next team. The next team, we've got the 4-2-3-1, which is, again, was one of my favorite formations over the past few years, but for some reason, it just wasn't as effective until I learned to play a little bit differently. You can't play up the middle as much as you were able to before last year. You got to play this formation down the wings, so you really have to have a good left mid and right mid, and on this team, I don't have the best left mid and right mid. So even though I did win Division 1 with this team as well, it didn't perform like I wanted it to. It's not the best. I think I ended up getting 2 losses and was it 7 wins or 8 wins to win? I forget. But I definitely had 2 losses with it, and they were pretty bad losses, to be honest with you guys. And you guys can see here also, I put Team of the Year, David Luiz, at a central defensive mid position. And if you guys have, he's only on 7 chem, but my goodness, is he a monster at that position. He's actually better there than he is on a center back. And if you guys haven't tried that, I highly recommend it. It's just so overpowered. He's tall, he's strong, he can pass, he's quick. Just all of the above. If you guys have not tried him at that position, you definitely have to try him out. And there's a lot of things you can do with the setup of this team. I tried to make it so that the left mid and right mid cut inside as much as possible, but a lot of times you get it in a situation where you just don't have any option to pass to, so you got to be really careful. It's more defensive minded than attack. This is more of a defensive minded formation. You really won't score much, but you'll keep your opponent from scoring, from what I've noticed. And I'll show you my instructions again. As you guys can see, we've got the striker Aguero at stay central, and that's it. I've got the cam actually to come back on defense. So Di Maria is going to come back on defense. Both central defensive mid have stay back while attacking, and then my left mid and right mid have the same thing. Stay forward, cut inside, and get in behind. But I also have my left back and right back at stay back while attacking. So this is extremely, extremely defensive. You've got the whole midfield to stay back, and also your right back and left back to stay back. People do have a lot of time breaking that down. I don't play on defensive. I leave this on balance or attacking when I'm playing. And again, it's really good if you're coming up against the Dumbias and the Ibarbos over and over again and you want to stop them. This does a really good job, especially if you're having trouble defending this year. If you do have trouble defending, this helps up a lot. And I did have trouble defending early on. I'm a little bit better at defending. Usually, I considered my defending to be better than my attack. This year, I think it's the other way around. My defending is not up to par as of what it used to be. I'll speed up the rest of the teams, guys, because this video is taking too long. It's already 12 minutes in. So, second to last team. This team, pretty standard, nothing crazy. Another 4-3-3-3 formation. Again, nothing crazy, very standard. I believe I have the instructions a little bit different on this one. You guys can see on the central mid, I don't have them getting forward. I have them to come back or stay back while attacking, and that just gets you an extra layer of defense. And I've also got the left back and right back to stay back while attacking. The right wing and left wing have the same instructions as the other formations. Now, finally, for the grand finale, a team that I just made today. I have not lost with it yet. Played, I think, 3 or 4 games, so I mean, obviously, I haven't really played many games with it, but you guys can see I've got Ronaldo, man. I actually pulled him in a 7,500 coin pack on the web app. I could not believe it, and I was always the type of person who was saying, man, I'm never going to get anyone good, or, I was watching AA9 Skills' video yesterday, and he's like, man, I've never pulled Ronaldo in any FIFA, and I was like, dude, join the club. I've never pulled any Messi, Ronaldo, nothing like that. And I've been opening packs all year, and I was opening pack on the web app. Didn't expect anything. All of a sudden, I saw Ronaldo pop up, and I jumped back on my seat. I never expected me to get that excited over pulling a player, because usually when I pull a good player like an Kun Aguero or Robben, I get pretty happy, but nothing excited. But when I saw Ronaldo pop up, that was crazy. Only played 3 games with him so far. 2 goals. Obviously not the best, but there's a lot of goal scorers on this team. You guys can see. So it's been fun. This team's got the same exact instructions as the other ones, but it's definitely one of my favorite teams to use as well. I tried to go for a full Portuguese team, but there was just some of the positions, they just weren't, they didn't have the right players that I needed to fit in that position. So I had to go with something like this. It's as many Portuguese players as I could. I'm not Portuguese or anything. I'm Italian, for those of you guys who didn't know, but I definitely wanted to try out a full Portuguese team. Pauletta, I guess he's all right. But so far, The Legends, man, they're so surprising. They're really a lot better than I thought, man. I haven't really played much with Legends until recently in the past week or so, but playing with them, they're just a huge advantage. So the two teams with the Legends are definitely my favorite to use. And yeah, some of them are expensive. Obviously, this one is going to be a lot more expensive because of Ronaldo. Other ones are not that expensive. You can get away with maybe like a few 100,000 coins. You'll be able to make a good team. With that said, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Again, it was a little bit long. It's a little bit boring, but I just wanted to show you guys what's been working for me, why these formations have been working. And if you guys, want to try out these teams, they're really, really good. They're really solid. I've been having a lot of success with them, especially with struggling early on in the year. So with that said, guys, leave your comments in the comment section below. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you really, really soon.